Commissioner.
Hello, skate fans. This is former LA T-Bird skater Sam the Man Washington. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified each time a new video game is uploaded. Thanks for your support.
Again, along with Dick Holloway, about to bring you another exciting game with your world-famous, world champion Los Angeles Thunderbirds. We're about to start the second half of tonight's game. And if this second half is any indication of what it's going to be like the first half was, we're all in for a great big treat. Our score as the T-Birds take on the powerful Chicago Hawks is 37-34 in favor of the Hawks.
Well, it's been a great game, and it looks like El Fabuloso is going to continue his hex on the team. He looks like he has an even stronger team than he had the year before. And if he keeps this up, Elmer, I tell you, it's going to mean a lot of trouble for the T-Birds. Now, this Saturday night, when New York comes to town, at halftime, we're going to have that big battle royal, and there'll be 20 skaters on the track at the same time. That's right, men and women. And I tell you, anything can happen, and anything will happen. You better believe it. It's going to be something else.
Well, Dick, that should be quite a sight to see. 20 skaters on the track at the same time. And get this, no time limit. Whatever team, whatever person, it's an elimination now to the last man or girl standing. What's the price or the prize? The prize is this, the beautiful gold and green uniforms of the T-Birds. That's what. If the T-Birds should win, whoever it might be, boy or girl, they get to keep those beautiful uniforms. But if it's the bomber that's the left standing, Greg Robertson will be smiling because then the T-Birds have to throw their uniforms on the scrap heap. So maybe tonight's game is going to be an indication what the T-Birds can really do. In the meantime, we've got a timeout coming up. We're going away to our stations. Then we're coming right back.
And action on the track. The gals have the track. El Fabuloso's Hawks. The Chicago Hawks score 34-37 in favor of the Hawks here in the fifth skating period. And out in front is Mary Ann Carr. Mary Ann Carr on the inside. She would like to score. Knocking down hard, Skinny Minnie Miller. Mary Ann Carr, she's got that scarf around her head, it looks like. And coming up in a hurry from the backside is Skinny Minnie Miller. Juanita Ricardo trying to block her from the backside. Approaches her once again, but she's going to get some help from the veteran skater Candy Mitchell. A high leg kick to the back, drops her across the chest. Candy Mitchell has just been vicious here tonight, and the Hawks have been rough. Oh, they score. Oh, me, oh, my. They got 4 big points.
Well, everybody's often wondering when they see all the action, all the body contact, what is the, as far as the new viewers are concerned, what's it all about? It's quite simple. When you see two teams, 5 members of each team on the track at the same time, that's 10, whether boys or girls. They skate in 10-minute alternating periods. All right, we call that, when they're all together, a pack. Now, in the pack of the 2 teams is a skater that wears a helmet. 1 skater of the 5 skaters wears a helmet. So therefore, there's 2 helmet skaters on the track. Well, they may be jammers. That's what we call them. And they're jammers when they leave the pack and try to circle the track in 60 seconds and then try to pass as many members of the opposite team as possible, all within the time limit of 60 seconds. 1 point to their team for every member of the opposite team they pass. So here we go.
Donnie Young on the high part of the track. She knocks down Victor McEwen, and Donnie Young continues down herself. There's 2 of them as Donnie Young hits the straightaway. Donnie Young, number 4. The colors of green and the gold. The Thunderbirds, the world champions, but she has to get by Candy Mitchell. Mitchell loves that high leg kick. Pops her with the elbow. Belts her again. Belts her again. And Donnie Young trying to hold her. Look out, here comes Vicky McEwen to put the speed up. Wow. Knocked her down hard, and Vicky McEwen on the attack. relentlessly and will not stop. Doing a good job for her team.
You know, the new T-Bird colors and uniforms, oh, they really look great. Big question is now, will the T-Birds be able to keep them? The decision will be made this Saturday night right here at the Olympic Auditorium in the Super Halftime Spectacular, the Battle Royal between the T-Birds and the Bombers. Now the entire T-Bird men's and girls lineup against the entire New York men's and girls team. 20 skaters on the track at one time and full time limit. They'll eliminate each other until there's only one sole survivor. And what's the prize? What are they doing it for? Will the T-Birds keep their uniforms? If they win, if the sole survivor's a T-Bird, they'll keep them. If it's a bomber, T-Bird uniforms go on the old scrappy. All happening this Saturday night here at the Olympic.
6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. 34 for the Thunderbirds and 41 for the Chicago Hawks. El Fabuloso. You see him down on the infield. This is his team, the Chicago Hawks. He's cunning. He's vicious. He's liable to do anything. Not much scrutiny. But this gal, she doesn't need scrutiny. She's got a Volkswagen. And Skinny Minnie Miller. All right, see what you can do. And Laura Jane, if you've never seen her before, she goes by the name of LL. Lovely Laura. She's getting her battle wings here tonight. She's a little light yet on the track, but she's been training hard, and she will be a good one. Lovely Laura. She has her own ballet here. No score, they say. No score. 34 for the Thunderbirds, 41 for the Hawks.
Well, we have as far as the fans are concerned, those who keep accurate records. Now, as far as the Hawks and the T-Birds are concerned, the Hawks have defeated now the T-Birds along in their series, and they've become one of the most formidable oppositions the T-Birds will ever face. And the high point here, of course, will be that El Fabuloso is the scourge of the league. When his Hawk team takes on the T-Bird team, it's going to be murder, absolutely murder on the bank track. The highest percentage against the T-Birds is the Hawks.
All right, Vicki McEwen. She's with the Chicago Hawks, and as Elmer just said, they've got a very high percentage of wins against this Thunderbird team, the highest in the league. Number 30, Vicki McEwen, up to the back of the pack with Candy Mitchell, the versatile Candy Mitchell. Tough on the offense and strong on the defense. Tough defensive skater. And when she wants to motivate, she can motivate. And look at Vicki McEwen just works her way through the pack, and they increase her lead with 4 more. 45-34 the score with 4:37 remaining.
We'd like to make all of our fans around our network aware that for any information on T-Bird activities, like, for instance, where they're skating, when they're skating, and, of course, above all, who they're skating against. And it's very simple. Why don't you just give us a call here at the T-Bird headquarters at the Olympic Auditorium, 18th and Grand Avenue, downtown Los Angeles, just off the Santa Monica Freeway. Here's the phone number, Richmond 95171. Give us a call right now.
Laura Jane, look at her. She's smiling, holding on to that rail with 3:57 remaining. The fifth skating period. Little Coley Morrell coming on the pack. Coley Morrell, the little pride of Australia, the little Aussie. A late chase by Marianne Carr. The Coley Morrell got a half a lap track around her. Can she pass him now? Here comes Marianne Carr with a late chase, but she has to give by Candy Mitchell. Dandy Candy. The Candy King gal on the back of that pack, and she belts her down. And now Marianne Carr, the lead jammer. A tough Hawk team here tonight, Elmer. Candy Mitchell and Coley Morrell up again. She's working her way through that pack. Can she score? Back to the inside of the pack, and she calls it off and gets, how many? Did she get a grand slam? No, they say 4. 4 Thunderbird points, 38-45.
There's one of the most effervescent, sparkling, intelligent, great ladies of the bank track. And look at her, diminutive in size. Her ambition, believe it or not, is to weigh 100 pounds. Colleen Murrell Raines, the wife, of course, if you don't know it, of Ronnie Raines, her partner in the bank track. Hails from Sydney, Australia, 29 years of age, and she has 2 lovely children. She's been skating 12 years and was the flat track champion in Australia when the International Roller League was competing in the foreign countries. Colleen is quite an asset to the Thunderbird team.
Well, they said once she put 10 pounds of that Australian tea in her pockets and she weighed 100 pounds.
But the Hawks
Okay, 38 to 45. 2:25 remaining. Eliminate Fabuloso. He continues to yell and scream and shout. The Hawks are number one, he says. We're number one. Well, so far here tonight, they're number one. 45 for the Hawks and 38 for the Thunderbirds. Candy Mitchell, vicious. Number 38, I believe, Candy Mitchell. Number 32, excuse me. With 2 minutes remaining, Candy Mitchell works out of that pack. 2 minutes remaining, and after a late chase is Juanita Ricardo. She's wearing jersey number 7. Juanita Ricardo with Candy Mitchell up in front. A double block by Deborah Held, number 1 and number 4. Donna Young. And Juanita Ricardo, there's actually 3 up there, but she gets knocked to the wayside as Candy Mitchell. Trying to get through that pack. The 2, they move it up a little bit. 1:38 remaining. Up in front of them is Tammy Garrett. Still with each hammer. Candy Mitchell, she breaks by to him. Up to Skinny Miller. She kicks her with a high leg kick. 1:29 remaining. Picks off Juanita Ricardo. Maya Sudalapa. And she scores 4 big points. 49 to 38 with 1:17 remaining.
Remember the 2 big All-Star games, the T-Birds against the All-Stars. In 3 weeks at the Swing Auditorium, we'll be seeing our old friend and real gentleman, Bob Lewis, at the Swing Auditorium at the Orange Toe Grounds in San Bernardino. And the following Saturday night, right here at the Olympic Auditorium, it'll be the world champion T-Birds versus an all-star team picked from the top skating talent from the rest of the league. Oh, boy.
All right, there's less than a minute to go now. They'll go, go, go. There's beautiful fans in the audience here. They're cheering them on. 42 seconds remaining. And Skinny Minnie Miller works her way through that pack. They're down by 11 points. And they go, go, go. After a late chase, it's Victor McEwen. And Mariette Carr. Carr with a real late chase. 31 seconds remaining. Skinny Minnie needs points. Down by 11. She gets 1. She gets 2. Catching it by lovely Laura Hayes. She reverses it. Comes back to the backside. The fans jumping up and down. She gets by Candy Mitchell. Skinny Minnie Miller gets a whip. They're still jumping it out. Look at the smile on that man's face as he watches her trying to get by. Candy Mitchell and Victor McEwen. 4 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. Skinny Minnie Miller picks up 4 big points.
Well, their period has come to an end here, and the men are going to take the track for the next skating period. In the meantime, we're going to go away, but don't you go away because we're coming right back.
Well, hi, everybody. This is Dick Hallway, the Los Angeles Thunderbirds broadcaster, saying hello. This vintage roller derby games broadcast is brought to you by the new book, Rolling Thunder, the golden age of roller derby. Enjoy the classic bank track action. Oh, me, oh, hi.
49 for the Hawk team and 42 for the Thunderbirds as the men on the track. This is 6 skating period. They're going to slim 7-point lead. And I say slim because you can pick up points in a hurry here. And 7 points isn't a big lead. It's Robbie Valadares. Try to close it up. Try to close it up for the Thunderbirds. Robbie Valadares. He gets held up by Ronnie Psycho Ray. This cycle number 5 and number 1. Robbie Valadares, the 51 combination. Can they click now? Will it be an exacta? We'll see. Big Burnett Jackson, number 34. For the Chicago Hawks, the back of that pack. As Valadares waiting. And the 2 block into each other. Big Harold back to those brothers Burnett. And now, the cycle gets a whip. No little Robbie Valadares, a 9-13 reversal. And he goes right down in the infield. They score 2 points with 9:06 remaining. 44 to 49, a 5-point Hawk lead.
Well, everybody's talking about how pretty the T-Bird uniforms are, and Greg Robertson's going to go all out to see that they end up in a scrap heap. You know, Greg Robertson said his strategy is tear up the T-Bird men, get rid of them first, and then he's got the girls all to himself. Will that happen? Well, this coming Saturday night, we'll find out. If the T-Birds lose this 20 skater on a track at the same time with no time limit match race, which is called the Super Battle Royal, T-Birds will lose their uniforms. And if it's a bomber, well, I'll tell you something, Greg Robertson's going to be a mighty happy guy. He's got the strategy all mapped out.
Sam the Man Washington wearing jersey number 2. That's his customary jersey. Sam the Man, he knocks down Kenny Saunders. Saunders didn't like it. 8:13 remaining on the clock. He's got a 5-point lead. They are the Hawks. El Fabuloso's Hawks with a 5-point lead. It's number 34, Big Burnett Jackson. Blocking Sam the Man Washington. Sam the Man gets blocked out. A vicious block by Big Burnett Jackson. Big Burnett. And now Kenny Saunders goes to the inside. A good stepping move there, but he gets knocked down hard as he scores 4 more Hawk points, and they increase their lead with 7:38 remaining.
Well, if you've been watching the Thunderbirds for any length of time, you know they are a classy all-star team in themselves. Well, tonight's game is certainly showing, and they're displaying the fact that they are great all-stars. But 2 big all-star games are coming our way. The T-Birds, the all-stars in 3 weeks at the Bob Lewis Swing Auditorium in Orange Showgrounds. And that's in San Bernardino. And the following Saturday night, the Olympic Auditorium. So 3 weeks from now in San Bernardino, the following week right here. It'll be the champion T-Birds against an all-star team. And right now we're watching what I would term a classy, good T-Bird all-star group. I don't see how they can be improved upon, but they got problems when they beat a team that's probably 5 times as strong. Can the T-Birds do it?
Well, the referee, as you just saw, Terry Tonino threw Harold Jackson in the penalty box for delay of the game. In the meantime, Sam the Man Washington, he is the leading jammer. Sam the Man, wearing jersey number 2, and double blocked the back of that pack by Big Burnett Jackson. That's his older brother, Big Burnett Jackson, along with Kenny Saunders in the cycle. Ronnie Cycle Reigns now trying to bust him up something. What's he doing? He's ducking down. He's faking like he's going down and back up and down again. And the cycle along with Sam the Man Washington. He's liable to duck down and throw him over the top, step over his back. Yep, no, he leapfrogged going over the top. Smooth, but he gets blocked down now. Oh, stomps on his leg. Hitting him on the back of the neck, and Sam the Man can't take too much punishment here as he scores a few points. They say 3 points, and we got a Donnybrook going in here. And what's going on now?
That's what you call good camaraderie. Ronnie Reigns, of course, he's right now like Father Superior there. He wants to take care of Sam the Man, who we have referred to for years as Mr. Excitement. Well, we got a timeout here, and so we're going away for a while, but don't go, you go away. We're coming right back.
Folks got a chance to see it or not, but you see how Fabuloso talking to the referee. He's telling that Ronnie Cycle Reigns was the one that took that Thunderbird decal and peeled it off and stuck it on the top of the bald head of John Lastra. And Lastra not too happy about that, but they'll cycle. They'll hook all up. He's liable to do anything in there. Too much. Too much. All right, once again it's Fabuloso there. Look out. Here he comes. The number 1 from Guatemala. Trick jump. He likes it. Leap off the floor. On the bank track here. Kenny Saunders trying to be the lead jammer. He is now. He's up in front. A good move. They whip Ronnie Reigns to the high side. Burnett Jackson, they're busting them up. They got a big lead. They're out in front by 6 points, 53 to 47. And they picked up 5 more points. 58 to 47. 11-point lead with 4:30 remaining.
Well, the T-Birds may be world champions, and they're proud of that, but they're also proud of the sparkling green, gold, and white uniforms. They want to keep them. Well, the new T-Bird colors are great, but the question is, can the T-Birds keep them? Well, the decision will be made this coming Saturday night right here at the Olympic Auditorium at the halftime. We'll call it a spectacular, the battle royal between the T-Birds and the Bombers. The entire T-Bird men's and girls lineup against the entire New York men's and girls lineup. 20 skaters on the track at the same time. No time limit. They'll eliminate each other until there's only one sole survivor. Now, if that survivor is a T-Bird man or a girl, they keep their uniforms. We hope so. However, if New York wins, the T-Birds' new uniforms go into scrap heap. It's all happening here this coming Saturday night. Greg Robertson says he's defeated other teams, other girls, everything. He's going to win, so Greg Robertson says.
The Thunderbirds have the track along with the Chicago Hawks at 3 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. 47 for the Thunderbirds and 58 for the Hawks. 11-point Hawk lead. And El Fabuloso said they're going to rip this team apart. And so far, he's been doing just exactly what he said. Can the Thunderbirds pull it out? Can they have one of their patented late finishes? We'll find out. Not a whole lot of time left here. The gals got the track once again, and then the men, then the big wrap-up interview with Elmer Anderson. There's plenty of game left here. Plenty of game, and the Thunderbirds got plenty of time. But they want to start something going now. And Sam Washington being rubbed up by Big Burnett Jackson. They'll afford to lose Sam Washington. Oh, he just leaped him right over the top, and he thought he stopped him. Goes by him. Beautiful move. Sam Washington goes by another one. Beautiful move. Reversal. Goes by Sam. Here comes Sam. Oh, me, oh, my. He's going wild. Sam Washington. High tone. And so I tell you, Elmer was some of the best skating I've seen in a long time for 7 big points. Sam Washington.
Well, when we mention big skaters, none other comes to mind other than Big John Parker and Big John Johnstone. But we're going to see these giants on the track in 2 weeks. We'll be seeing them right here. Parker's still fuming at the tactics that Big John Johnson has used to force the match race. He still feels sorry for the very abused. Oh, my, Bob Martin. The abuse Martin has taken. Isn't that something? Well, in 2 weeks, we'll be seeing him right here at the Olympic Auditorium. Come on, John.
54-58. The Thunderbirds doing a little catching up here. Only down by 4 now. Can they catch up and go ahead? The problem right now, there's only 1:32 remaining on the clock. In this, the 6th skating period. And they have the leading jammer. They? Who is they? I'll tell you who it is. That's the Chicago Hawks. Number 37, Harold Jackson. He is tough. A 1:16 remaining. Harold Jackson. Blocked hard by Danny Riley. How he's even staying up, I'll never know. And Big Burnett Jackson up in front. The two making a run for Danny Riley this time. He jumps on his back, trying to get by the cycle. The two of them, the cycle and Riley, they just may drop that man right over the side. They're running to the rail. Look out. Right to the footsteps of somebody out there. And they let him have it with 45 seconds remaining.
Well, despite that tremendous fall from the high part of the bank, Harold Jackson is truly an all-star. He's going to be competing on that all-star team. And that's in, remember, the T-Birds and the all-star in 3 weeks at San Bernardino, the Orange Show grounds at Swing Auditorium. Harold Jackson, he's come a long way fast as far as skating is concerned. He is really great, and so he deserves to be on the all-star team. He's rough, and he's aggressive, and he's a smart skater. We'll be looking forward to seeing him here in 3 weeks.
10 seconds remaining. That's all. 54-58. They got a 4-point lead. The Hawks in a late chase. Behind him is Frankie Macedo. Who got in there? They say no score in there.
Well, it looks like our period has come to an end, and the girls are going to take the track for the next skating period. This will give us a chance for our stations around the network to identify themselves. We'll be right back.
This is former T-Bird skater Honey Sanchez. The Roller Games broadcast is brought to you by the new book Rolling Thunder, The Rise and Fall of the LA T-Birds. Enjoy the skating action.
Still remain out in lead with a 4-point lead, 58-54. This is the 7th skating period. The final skating period of the night for the gals. And the men will be taking over their final 10-minute segment. Donna Young, the Compton gal. Thrown over the top and right down the feet of some of the audience out here enjoying this game. And Marianne Carr, she wears the colors, the black and the orange. Marianne Carr, she's got that scarf. Up in front of her, Juanita Ricardo. The Thunderbirds, Juanita Ricardo wearing the colors, the green and the gold. Going against the orange and the black here tonight of the Chicago Hawks. 9:20 remaining on the clock. And Marianne Carr still would like to get through and pick up some points in. Look out! Her momentum carried her right on into this gal. And she stopped for no score. And Juanita Ricardo quite happy about that one.
Well, the T-Birds certainly look great in that sparkling clear, good-looking green and gold uniforms. But the point is, after getting used to it, will they be able to keep them? That's the big question. Well, that decision will be made this coming Saturday night in the halftime spectacular. That's the only way to announce it. Spectacular, the battle royal between the T-Birds. The super battle royal between the T-Birds and the Bombers. The entire T-Birds men's and girls line up against the entire New York men's and girl lineup, and 20 skaters on a track at the same time. And get this, no time limit.
8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Still a 4-point lead as Skinny Minnie Miller would like to pick up some points and put her team out in front. And Candy Mitchell once again. Mitchell, the dominating force of this Hawk team here tonight. Candy Mitchell. Torres knew what he's doing when he got this gal on the team, along with lovely Laura Jane, Debbie Gregoroff, and this gal, Dandy Candy. You heard of Dandy Don. Well, this is Dandy Candy. And this gal can do just about anything she likes. But right now, Skinny Minnie's making Dandy Candy look like a fool. But I'm sure that won't last for long. This gal's tough. Solid blocker. See, I told you, she's vicious. When she gets moving, there's no stopping this gal. They say she's got a heart of gold, but she's got a heart of steel right now. And she's acting like a complete sledgehammer. And you do not want to get in her way. She picks up 4 Hawk points. Dandy Candy Mitchell.
You're wondering if, for you veteran viewers, if that's the same Candy Mitchell that used to be the big, like a blimp. Although she was heavy, she was not fat. She was strong, all muscular. Well, she's toned down now, slimmed down. She's probably the most aggressive skater on the Hawk lineup. And El Fabuloso, he went out and got her back in competition. 29 years of age. She's a cosmetologist by profession other than skating. She's back again, and I'm glad to see her. She's a true competitor. Fabuloso's spent a few bucks to get her out of retirement.
Amateurs against stars with Candy Mitchell. Amateurs.
Yeah, hear what he says? He says they're amateurs going against his stars.
Look at that
Stars,
score.
you hear that? Well, he may be right. He is some
score.
kind of man. He says, look at the score up there, 62-54. And his team, the Hawks, out in front. The Hawks have just playful times with the T-Birds here. And they send on Debbie Gregoroff. They call her the Mad Russian. Not the Mad Stork, but the Mad Russian. The little Aussie gal trying to get on the inside of her and drop her. She was trying to buy her. Went the heavy left. Oh, look out. It's Gully Morrell. A little Aussie. She'd like to get a cup of tea here. Oh, Candy Mitchell. Mitchell everywhere. On offense, on defense with a high pancake kick. Ah, she blocked her down. Candy Mitchell. 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. This is the 7th skating period. It's Gregoroff, the leading jammer. Still in front of Coley Morrell. She pulls her down, the bigger gal. And Coley Morrell gets pulled by the pants right down to the railing. And not happy at all as the Hawks pick up 1 point.
We're going at it here, and of course this is where the refereeing comes in. This is the important part about the roller game and its rules and regulations. An integral part is the good officiating, and as far as Lasker is concerned and his cohort, why, they're doing a fabulous job.
4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining as Donnie Young trying to pick up points for the Thunderbirds. They're down by 9 points in the scoring column. They're having a tough time here tonight with this Hawk team. Now Fabuloso put together not only a strong men's team, but an excellent women's team. Led by this gal, Dandy Candy, and lovely Laura. The tough one beats him up. And the lovely one works her way through that pack. Deborah Heldon says, come on, I'll take care, but she does not beat Candy Mitchell. Candy Mitchell, she's like a bulldozer. Just works her way through that pack and busts them up. And they knock her down on her pancake. We're at 3:45. They pick up 2 more Hawk points. Lovely Laura.
We got an awful lot of mail, asking a myriad of questions here, but we'd like to let our fans know that for any information on T-Bird activities, where are they skating? Everybody wants to know that. When are they going to skate? And of course, the most important, who will they be skating on such and such a day? Well, it's all simple. Just call the T-Birds right here at the home of the T-Birds, the Olympic Auditorium, 18th and Grand Avenue. That's in downtown Los Angeles, right near the freeway. And a phone number, we've had it 35 some years. Richmond 95171. Give us a call, write it down, and remember it.
3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. You see the score, 54 for the Thunderbirds and El Fabuloso's Hawks 65. He's got the Mad Russian along with Lovely Laura, one on each side. The reversal of the rose between two thorns. It's a thorn with two roses. 2:44 remaining. The gals on the track. The Thunderbirds and the Hawk gals, they're tough. Number 6, Skinny Minnie Miller, has that straightaway of the main track. She's holding a midsection. I hope she didn't break a rib. She took a tough fall a little while ago here. And they continue to go on. Forwardly, Skinny Minnie Miller wearing jersey number 6. The colors the green and the gold. And after a late chase, Marianne Card. Gregorov falling down off. Good move by Skinny Minnie Miller. She gets by Candy Mitchell. Reverses. Pivots to the inside. Back again by Marianne Carr. By Candy Mitchell. And now the girl showing the razzle dazzle that she is noted for with less than 2 minutes remaining. Gets a whip from Deborah Helden. A shove by Colleen Morrell. A good holding block to the backside by Juanita Ricardo. And continues through Candy Mitchell for how many points to the referees? Oh, they say she still has time. 1, and that's all. And how many points? 4 Thunderbird points.
You know, I thought Greg Robertson was making a big mistake by telling everybody what his strategy is. He says, in no way will the T-Birds on this Battle Royal be able to win, because he's going after the boys first and then the girls. Now, Greg Robertson, as everybody remembers, he's had a lot of match races throughout the years with girls, and he's defeated all of them. For instance, remember the big one with Judy Sawinski and Judy Arnold? Then Terry Lynch, remember her and the one he had? And, of course, Colleen Murrell went down to defeat. Well, Robertson said he's going after the girls last. Get rid of the boys. And it's all happening this Saturday night right here at the Electric Auditorium. Greg Robertson has a score to settle. He wants those T-Bird uniforms out on the scrap heap, the old junk pile. That's it. So will the T-Birds lose them? We got to find out by coming on down Saturday night.
58-65. The Hawks still out in front by 7 points. The 7th skating period with 35 seconds remaining. And the Thunderbirds send out Juanita Ricardo. Ricardo, the big gal. But she's solid, good-looking gal. She hailed from Glendale, California with 22 seconds remaining. She gets blocked to the backside by 4 of them back there. 17 seconds remaining. 4 of them back on the backside. Oh, she took her elbow pads off. And there she comes. Breaks by 2. 8 seconds remaining by Laura Jane. By Garrett. She's getting by all of them. She wants Candy Mitchell at 3, 2, 1. 5 Thunderbird points. Juanita Ricardo.
Well, the period is over, and exciting one it was, but don't you go away. We're going to identify our stations, and then we are coming right back.
Hi, I'm John Hall, former T-Birds General Manager. This roller game skating action is brought to you by the publisher for Rolling Thunder, the golden age of roller derby and the rise and fall of the LA T-Birds. You can order this spectacular, exciting book on Amazon. Enjoy this final period of roller skating action.
All right, the mid of the track, and as the mid-game zooming around the track, Candy Mitchell grabbed Mika McEwen and just drug her out of the infield. Get off that track, she says. 63 for the T-Birds, 65 for the Hawks, a 2-point lead for the Hawks. And it has been vicious, rough tactics here tonight. And Danny Riley leading the defense for the Thunderbird men. And Harold Jackson doing it all. All-purpose man for the Hawks, so Fabuloso's Hawks. Excellent, excellent team as John McCarthy got his helmet on and his little tapered beard here. Tries to get through that back, tries to get by the veteran shipper, Ralph DiMelanera's in. Riley blocks it out and right solid in the penalty box as they pick up 4 Hawk points.
Another!
Well, Fabuloso so here he's got the key to success, so it seems. He's dominating the lead in this particular game, and he's the mastermind. Is the only word we can correctly use for him. Don't underestimate him. He may be a loudmouth, a boaster, screaming and hollering, old motor mouth, but he does have a set of brains regarding strategy on the track against, of course, the team he has complete hatred, day and night. That's all he thinks about. Beat the T-Bird team, and he's got a very concerned John Hall down there. Hall now, the percentage is moving up as far as trying to win against the Hawks. He can't seem to do it. There's a hex on.
69 to 63. Well, I don't know about the hex. There's only a 6-point difference right now. I'm sure the Thunderbirds will pull this one out for all their fans. Everyone at home watching this game and all the fans here at the arena. The Thunderbirds, hang on. They'll do it. The man out there right now is a good one, and that's Carlos Marquez, one of the fine young Latin skaters. Carlos Marquez. The colors are green and the gold. He gets a jamming of it. He wants to put it on and make his move. Macedo talking to him. They'd like to pick up some points for a lot of their young friends from the Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. Carlos Marquez and Frankie Macedo. Here comes Marquez, a good move. All right, and another one. And Carlos Marquez on the move with 7:45 remaining of the clock. And when they want to pick up points for these kids, they go all out, all out. They pick up 4 points. Enjoy it, kids.
Well, action will really take place here in 2 weeks at the Olympic Auditorium when big skaters compete against each other. 304-pound John Porky Parker, remember him? The Cherokee Indian, and Big John Johnson, the perennial favorite of the T-Bird team. Well, they're going to clash here in 2 weeks. We'll be seeing the Giants on this track. And, of course, Parker's still fuming and fussing at the tactics that Big John and John Hall used to force this match race. Big John Parker still feels sorry for that Mr. Hateful Bob Martin. The abuse that Martin is taking. Poor Martin. 2 weeks it's happening.
6 minutes, 55 seconds remaining of the clock. A 2-point Hawk lead. 67 to 69, Ronnie Cycle Reigns right behind Harold Jackson. Jackson out in front. The Cycle behind him. They're coming up in a hurry. Harold Jackson gets a whip from Burnett Jackson. The Cycle stop in front of Ronnie. Ronnie made a beautiful, vicious block. And the Thunderbirds get 2. They tie it up at 69 apiece with 6:32 remaining.
Was shaking the...
Continues to ramble here, and Colleen grabbed him by the beard. She said she's going to be tricky. Well, Ronnie Reigns, he better be tricky right now. He can do it. He's a Psycho, well, Poco Loco. Oh, me, oh, my, what's he going to do? Got to get by Big Burnett Jackson. Another battle going in the back of the pack between Harold Jackson and Danny Riley, with the man, the jammer. That's Ronnie Reigns, Ronald R. Reigns, Ronnie Psycho Reigns, and Big Burnett Jackson. Neither one doing much of anything. The Psycho trying to get by him, Burnett holding him tight. He goes to the infield. With 5:35 remaining, he's running out of time here. Still cannot get through with 4, 3, 2, 1. And they award him 1 point. He breaks a tie, 70 to 69.
Pretty looking T-Birds, glorious looking T-Birds. The question is, with those new uniforms as beautiful as they are, will the T-Birds keep them? The biggest question. Ronnie Reigns could be the key, to all of this, knowing what a devastating skater and a competitor he is. Will the T-Birds keep the uniforms again? Well, that decision's going to be made right here this Saturday night in the halftime spectacular, the Super Battle Royal between the T-Birds and the New York Bombers. Now, all the skaters on the track at the same time, 20 of them. And get this now right, you heard me right, no time limit. They'll eliminate each other until only one remains. If it's a T-Bird, they keep the uniforms. If it's a Bomber, goodbye on the scrap heap next Saturday night, right here.
69 to 70, the Thunderbirds with a 1-point lead. They have the leading jammer, Ralphie Valadares. Ralphie Valadares, he also can be a key in that big battle royal. Ralphie Valadares, he's a veteran. He's a veteran. Well, Elmer, I tell you, you better shoot on downstairs for that big wrap-up interview. The people love those interviews, but they love to see Ralphie Valadares score right now. Can he get by? Not yet. He needs some help, but he's going the wrong way over the top. In the meantime, Macedo has to block him out. That's Kenny Saunders, and Saunders moving behind the good blocks of Harold Jackson picking up points. Talapa, the rest of the gals watching here. As they picked up 2 points, they go on in front by 1. And once again, El Juarez, El Fabulous Juarez, Roberto Juarez's team is up by 1. 3 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Can the Thunderbirds pull one out once again? They're the world champions. This man here, El Fabuloso, looks a slight bit worried. A slight bit worried. He only has a 1-point lead. I think he's a little worried about that record he has. He wants to keep it intact with the Thunderbirds being defeated more often by his team than any other team in this league. And it is a tough lead. Now look at him. He's telling everybody, he says the Hawks are going to win every game. Every game. Not just some of the games, but every game. 3 minutes, 8 seconds remain. 71-70. Trade with the Hawks, but here comes Danny Riley. Riley got pelted down from the infield by El Juarez Roberto. That's right, El Fabuloso. 2:51 remaining in the clock. Still a 1-point lead. Can the Thunderbirds pull it out? Can they do it? He breaks on through. Juarez, El Fabuloso says his team will do it. And right now they pick up 4 more points. 75-70. He has that big, big percentage over the Thunderbirds. And El Fabuloso's team right now looks tough. 75-70. The clock continues to tick away. 2:22, 2:21, 2:20. The clock works in disfavor of the Thunderbirds. A 5-point Hawk lead. The Thunderbirds down by 5. Can they catch them? John Hall doesn't seem too worried. Just 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the clock. Harold Jackson looking a bit tired. But those skates and a good heart can move you around. If they can continue, they will be tough. And El Fabuloso's team generally is tough and well-conditioned. This man here, Franco Messito, said we can do it. We can do it. Oh, let's see if he can do it. He's got 1:45 remaining in the clock. 1:43, 1:42. Still a 5-point lead. The clock continues to run. Franco Messito, 1:36 remaining. Can he get by Burnett Jackson? Ready, raise, back to block him. He blocks it on. Here comes Messito. Messito coming through. Can he get through that pack? They're down by 5. They need 6 to go ahead. He picks him up. He calls it off. And how many points they say? Referee says 5 points. A grand slam. They tie it up. 1:17 remaining. They're running out of time here. They're running out of time here. With 1:10 remaining on the clock. It's all tied. Oh my. Something happened. 1:05 remaining. 1:03 remaining. The clock's ticking away. Will the Thunderbirds break that hex, that spell that man has? El Fabuloso on the Thunderbirds. 75-75. 52 seconds remaining. The clock continues to run. The Thunderbirds, the Hawks, who's going to win it? Can the Thunderbirds pull another one out? 41 seconds remaining. 40 seconds remaining. Who are the Thunderbirds getting out? Will it be the Psycho? It looks like a Psycho. And Harold Jackson, the Psycho in the back of the pack. He gets a triple whip. 28 seconds. Harold Jackson in front of the pack. 25 seconds remaining. They're both down. Is it going to be a tie game? Will it be overtime? Who's going to win this game? 20 seconds remaining. The Thunderbirds, can they do it? 17 seconds remaining. They need an all-star effort. 14 seconds remaining. Both to the rail. 10 seconds remaining. The score is still not enough. 8 seconds remaining. And Riley, 1 to the rail. If they say any score, oh me, oh my, 1 point for the Hawks. And once again, the Hawks win. We'll be right back with a big interview. So hang in.
I've just got to say to Greg Roberts, I think you're stupid for saying out loud to everybody that your strategy is to get rid of the men and the girls will be the last for you. That's goofy. Why do you tell everybody what you're going to do?
Well, because first of all, I'm dealing with a bunch of idiots, you know. The T-Birds are a bunch of idiots. These fans are a bunch of idiots out there, you know.
Oh, no.
But my plan is to get rid of all the guys, you know.
Right.
And then I'm going to take care of people like Colleen Morrell, you know, Little Skinny Miller, you know. Because I'm used to having match fixes against these broads, you know. Like, I've match fixes all the big-time broads, you know. And so you think I'm worried about Colleen Morrell, Gwen Miller, little stupid people like that?
Well, you know, you've got to go through the men first, and you're just talking about what you're going to do. There's other people have other ideas, so you better change your strategy, old buddy. Take it from an old timer.
No, what? Change my strategy. I'm dealing with nothing but clowns, you know? Why should I have to change my strategy? You know?
Because T-Birds want to keep their uniforms. That's the prize. If they win, they keep the uniforms.
Those are New York colors.
No, forget it. I tell you what, I haven't got enough time for you. Good luck to you. Anyway, come here, Ronnie. Let's talk to a guy here that we must ask you a question, Ronnie. We know you're not too concerned about this super battle royal next Saturday night, but the girls are a problem. The big mouth over there says he's going after the girls, especially Colleen.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm a little prejudiced, I guess, because Colleen's my wife, but I think she can handle herself. She's small, she's light, but she's a tricky skater. She knows how to skate backwards, sideways. In fact, she knows how to skate sideways better than some of these kids can skate forward, you know. So I think she's proven in the future that she's handled herself, and I don't think she'll have any problems.
Well, what do you think his strategy is for telling the whole world what he's going to do? That's kind of dumb, isn't it?
Well, I know Gregory. He'll try everything in the book. He's a dirty skater. He doesn't have no pity for women, as you can see, the way he talks about a woman. So I think that when he gets out there, the women are going to show him a thing or two.
Man, they talk about limber.
Oh, you don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, that's how dumb the guy is.
Women
Ronnie,
and their liberation, they can take over.
Thanks a lot, Ronnie. Let them argue. Back to you, Dick.
Well, I tell you, another big, good, exciting game here tonight. But the Hawks won at 76-75. And this Saturday night should be a good game with the New York Bombers here in the special Battle Royal here at halftime against the famous Thunderbirds. And I tell you, it's going to be some kind of game. Bye-bye, everybody.